Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Mike and this is W.O.G. Here on the channel we're going to cover military surplus, survival gear, outdoor gear, and do-it-yourself activities and things that I've done myself and that you might want to try out on your own. I don't know how to explain this besides I have an obsession. It is woodland camo. Happens to be the hardest thing to come by. Maybe that's why. Long story short, I try to collect as much of it I can and find a use for it all. As you can see with all these bags, and there's a lot of them, they're all full of stuff. They're all full of stuff for me and my family. Sarah and I have a large family of 7, and if we ever intend on actually bugging out, everyone's going to have lots of gear. That's all there is to it. So enough about that. Let's talk about what I got going on here. Over here, I have my owl system, which be from the 70s into the 80s. This is the MNA1 Woodland Camo pattern. That means it's one of the latest models because of the Woodland Camo pattern. Before that, they were all OD. I have a fighting load carrier vest, or this one's actually a load-bearing vest, and a butt pack up here. So between these two pouches, or these two bags, we have a bag missing, and that would be the CFP90. I don't have one. Reason for that is I don't want to spend my hard-earned money on something I know is going to break. Now there is some mods I can do that, so maybe I'll pick one up along the way and show you guys how to do that. That's something, but for now, I got everything else. This is actually the small pack that goes to it. I got one of those, but I didn't get the big bag. Down here we have some molly attachments and some owls attachments. We're going to talk about the difference of these things, when and how they were used, and how they're carried from generation to generation. Even this generation has Alice webbing on it for some of this Alice gear. Even this generation has some Alice webbing on it for some of this gear. They had a lot of stuff and they just wanted to keep using it. Over here, this is my Molly 2 ruck. This is full and complete. It's the same adventures, sleep system care, main pack, Claymore pouch, and this is a patrol pack. There's also the 3-day assault pack, which I also have, but I have that in the ACU. We'll see that here in a minute. This is the first rendition of the pack for this, so this bag actually hooks on this bag. How does someone carry all that? I'm not sure. We'll give it a try sometime. How's that sound? You guys can laugh at me while I try to carry that around. It sounds like a plan. Right here, this is a MSS in Woodland Camo. We'll do a video on that alone, because this is quite a system. As far as I'm concerned, to do any sleeping outdoors and stuff, you should have something like that, or a Canadian version. This is my Pulk sled. This is going to be one of the DIYs we're going to go over, how I put runners on it, how I did the bungee cord mod. I'm sure you've seen the videos, but mine's better. Over here, this is the knee breaker. It's called that because, as you can see, it's over 3 feet tall. And it's 2 Molly 2 rucksacks and a Molly 2 corpsing pack, which can be taken off and worn individually. And yes, there's lots of gear in those. We'll talk about all that gear too. Over here is the only other pattern I have, and the only reason I have it is because I was able to dye it because it wasn't expensive woodland camo. So I dyed it out in the right dye formula for the coyote. I learned from a gentleman on YouTube. It's called W.O.G. You should check him out. He's got lots of information, lots of cool videos. Loves rucksacks. Looks like as much as I do, honestly. Again, I mentioned 3-day salt pack. This is a 3-day salt pack with a couple canteen pouches, a couple mag pouches. Get the hydration carrier over here. Another DIY that I've done is turn one of these into one of these. This thing is sick. So we've all seen Block Hawk Down, I assume you have, and you're wondering what kind of helmets is the Delta Force wearing. This is what they're wearing. These are ProTech classics. This is a certain, this is an uncertified. This is what the boys are wearing. skateboard helmets without the padding, bump caps. So again, I'll show you how, or I'll tell you how I went about building this and why it's so cool. Coming back over here, as you can see, there's a little bit of a difference in the colors. We'll explain that over time. I'll explain to you why it took so long to get into the woodland camo pattern. Before that, everything was in the Ranger green colors, and anyway, we'll get into all that. This is just a quick introduction of what we're going to go over in this channel. So, inside all these, I have outdoor gear such as tarps, cooking kits, you name it, and I'd love to show you all what I got going on there. Down here on the table, this is my actual chest rigging stuff. I have this set up for me, and it is really set up. And I'd love to show you all around this. I got a K-Bar EK50 here. We got a ham radio. This is Streamlight Rescue. This is Streamlight Siege X. This is a whole survival kit. This is electronics and chargers and stuff. And this is actually a woodland poncho whip in this one. Down here we have some more MOLLE attachments, the player kit. This is a PCR radio. It's actually a walkie-talkie and a PCR radio with a cool headset just to get the look. Got some magazine pouches with some stuff in them. We got some grenade pouches with some stuff in them. This is my drop leg rig, or my battle belt, with my IFAK first aid kit, my K-Bar, and adapters for my machete. There's a lot of stuff to go over here. So what I want from you guys is tell me what you want to see first. I'm probably going to start with the MSS just to get that out of the way. Then I can put it away until I go camping here the next few weeks in the dooryard, just to make sure it's nice and cold before I go camping. That's the way I like it. And then we'll go through these packs individually and decide, which is the coolest. I already know the answer to this question. I want to see where you all stand on the matter. I want to go over some of the stories behind why they did certain things and what they changed along the way to make this to this to this, and this is just me. So thanks again, guys. Like and subscribe, and let's see where it goes from here.